Hi, I'm Michelle Iverson, and this is my third passion report. I just want to give you a little reminder that my passion is traveling in my RV around the country. So I thought what I would do for this report is show you some of the postcards that I collect from different places that I go. One of the reasons why I collect postcards as opposed to anything else is because you don't have a ton of room in an RV. So some of the other things that I've thought about collecting would be fun, but it would just take up too much room. So everywhere that I stop, I get a postcard, and it really it helps remind me of the trip and just the fun that I had there. So the first one that I want to show you is from Sue Olson Photography, and this was on the Oregon coast. And I was so impressed with the Oregon coast. It was so different than living in Southern California. And one of the things that I really enjoyed was how the trees, and I mean massively huge trees, just meet up with the ocean and the beach. And it really was just stunning. We drove all along the Highway 1 freeway, so when I saw some of her photography, it just really captured the beauty and majesty of the Oregon coast. So I really appreciated that. This postcard is, let me see, from Galveston, Texas. So Galveston, I guess maybe this is kind of like a beach thing because Galveston is right on the not necessarily the coast, but the Gulf of Mexico. And what a really cool, unique town it was. They have a lot of really cool architecture. Um, and let's see, they also had this theme park that was right on the water. And so that was a lot of fun. But going to their downtown area and just looking at all the old buildings and, um, you know, actually, we talked to a lot of people. They had some of the buildings that maybe were shopping areas, but they had a lot of tables that were sitting outside and you can get a cold iced tea. And I love to talk to the local people. I find you get so much more of a flavor of, the towns that you're visiting. Let's see. This was from South Carolina. And let me see if I can be more specific. Pocatello, South Carolina. This was a cider company. And I cannot say enough things about North Carolina and South Carolina. One of the things that I noticed about visiting there are one, the food. The food's like amazing, but two, just the people. Like, people from the South are just friendly. And everywhere we went, every store we went into, restaurant, they just made you feel very welcome and happy that you were there. So that was really fun. Oh, and this is probably one of my favorite places ever. This is Astoria, Oregon, a bridge that leads out of Astoria and goes into Washington. And oh my goodness, Astoria is like the most amazing place because one, it's almost like a San Francisco, but on a smaller scale. But they have all of the Victorian houses, and it's set up on a hill, and it overlooks this amazing bay. But the bay runs into the ocean, so it's kind of like just this really interesting body of water where the bay meets the ocean, and then you've got like this mini San Francisco. I would definitely go back there over and over again. It was just, we didn't have enough time to see all the places I wanted to see. Oh, and this I got in a bookstore in Colorado. If I'm not hunting down postcards, I'm definitely visiting bookstores and libraries. That's another favorite thing I like to do. Colorado is amazing. The people are just, I want to say different than what you're used to in Southern California, or maybe, like the friendliness of the South. They're just very outdoorsy, like down to earth kind of people. And they're fun to interact with. I'm sorry if I'm looking out the window. It seems that we've got a lot of people walking around. Anyways, they are just really interesting, down to earth people. And I found that in Colorado, we did a lot of outdoor things, like going to, the hikes through the woods that get you to the hot springs, or river rafting. So Colorado is definitely an adventure town. Oh, and here, this postcard from the French Quarter in Louisiana. And oh my goodness, if you haven't been to New Orleans, Louisiana, you should go. Like, it's an experience like no other. Um, Luckily, though, we happened to be with my daughter, who I think she was 21 at the time. And we went bar hopping, and it was so much fun. I'm normally not like a bar hopping kind of person anymore, but they just have live music, and it really doesn't matter how old you are. You don't feel uncomfortable. Like, we danced in bar after bar after bar, and we ended up in this one restaurant, and it was a hole in the wall, which, I don't mind going to hole in the walls, but I was shocked. It was some of the best food I'd ever eaten. And, it was different. It was kind of spicy, and, just, I don't know, it was just really amazing. So anyways, that is a report on, really, to me, what living in an RV is all about. And it's not so much the RV, or, what you like about living in an RV. It's about the places you get to go, and you just get to spend more time in these areas maybe than you would if you were just flying in and flying out. And so that's my passion report for today. Thanks, you guys, for listening. Bye.